Hey, it's me. Welcome back. And as you can see, we're continuing on with Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time series. Before I get into this review and chat on the Great Hunt, I want to just say thank you to those of you who have been watching. Um, and if you can, subscribe, like, press the notification buttons. It helps me out a lot. So yeah, if you can do that, that would be cool. Also, this sweater was handmade by my mother-in-law. I'm going to have her link down below for her site where she does crocheting. And it's just, she does some amazing work. So anyway, on to The Great Hunt. And I have to say, for most of this book, and it's about 680 pages or so when you factor in the glossary, um, I was on the fence for quite a bit of it. There was a lot of plotting, a lot of scheming, betrayal in the beginning when the Aes Sedai, when they come to Faldera. It's just it seemed like it really kind of bogged down, and then at least the traveling started, and that got better. The book is, as it says, the Great Hunt. They're looking for the Horn of Valera. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. Also, with Rand, they're looking for that, but they're also looking. Rand is at least looking for a minor character. I won't say his name in case you haven't read any of the books yet, but he is in the first book, which was the Eye of the World. So he's a small character that becomes a bigger character and becomes more of a thorn. He's really a thorn in this one. So they're looking for the horn, and the horn basically is whoever blows it. If you're the dragon reborn, the Army of the Dead, led by Arthur Hawkwing and a bunch of the other heroes and legends, come and fight by your side. So obviously, it's a very powerful thing to have. Um, Another interesting concept within this book was the Domine. I thought it was interesting to see how he worked in a new concept of channelers being controlled. And this is done with the Sanchan, which they come in around the midpoint of the book. And you learn about the Domine and how they're kind of captured and how they're controlled and used as weapons, really. And it explains really why Tar Valon is not getting a whole lot of channelers lately. It's been, going back to even New Spring, it's been going, the recruits, I guess you could say, have been going down, 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 and there's not a whole lot of people, a whole lot of women coming in. This kind of explains that. So if while you're reading it, kind of gives you an idea as to why that's the case. The reason this book ended up redeeming 5 stars for me on Goodreads and just in general is about the last 150 pages. It really, really picks up. And to me, Robert Jordan, I think, can do a battle scene almost as good. I don't want to say as good, but almost as good as J.R.R. Tolkien. So the battle that comes at the end, the battles, I should say, that come in the last 100 to 150 pages, it ranks up there with Tolkien's, Helm's Deep and, the fight for Gondor. It grips you, and you keep turning the page, and you're wondering what's going to happen, who's going to do what, and it's just, it becomes really, really good. Now, there's also some other things that I kind of left out so far, but there's the whole thing with Matt and the dagger. If you've read The Eye of the World, you'll know where that comes in. And also Perrin, what his gift is. And that it's something that he's not the only one that can do it, but people don't quite understand that gift. And then there's the other character, Min, who can see the future. She doesn't always understand the future that she sees that surrounds people, and not even the Aes Sedai really know what this gift, they call it a gift. She doesn't think it is, but they call it a gift, but they don't really know what it is, really. It's not really foretelling in the sense of being able to say future events. It's just she looks at people and she's able to see kind of what happens to them, whether, when danger, that they're going to face danger or they're going to die, and she kind of sees, their death scene, and it's like, she always says, I don't ask for this, I don't want to see it. If I could, I wouldn't have to, I wouldn't do it. So there, there's those elements. The other interesting thing is that Lan and Moiraine are pretty much absent for the second half of the book, really. Once the hunt goes on, they're gone. They're not there. They're in one chapter, and even that chapter, it gets a little testy between them, because Moiraine starts to question Lan's, I guess, loyalty as a warder, because he has feelings for Nynaeve, and she does for him. So that all comes up, and she wonders, is his oath wavering at all? They do come back in at the end of the book, but really for a majority of the book, they're absent. They're off doing something. I think Moiraine is doing research, trying to figure out, what is the horn? What does it do? The dragon? How does this all, things that she doesn't even know, because, people think the Aes Sedai are all knowing, but they're not. And she has to do some research and some digging and, trying to figure out exactly what is going on. So, with that said, it's a slower moving book. It's different from The Eye of the World, where The Eye of the World is more of a traveling book, and it's kind of, they end up in groups. They kind of do so here too, but with all the plotting, scheming, betrayal, it makes it different. And different isn't always bad, but I think, the fact that he can turn on the battle scenes at the drop of a dime and just catch you off guard with that, I think it is so cool. And it's what I've enjoyed so far, I think, the most in the series. Progression-wise, I think, Nynaeve has come along very far as a character. Going from village wisdom to, an accepted. And, not really taking crap from anybody, even an Aes Sedai, who she's considered below at that point. But you start to learn, her powers and, just what these Dominee can do. And it starts to set up things for, obviously, the third book. But again, I recommend it so far. As I said, right now I'm just doing the individual books. When I get through with the series, I will do the last book, which is book 14. But then I also have, I think, the World of the Wheel of Time. So I'll be doing that one, and then I'm going to do the series as a whole. So I want to do each individual book, and then when I reach the end of the series, do the whole series as a whole, whether or not it gets a 4 or 5 star. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, because I haven't watched it yet. The Amazon series for the Wheel of Time. Is season 1 worth watching? Yes or no? I'm curious. I haven't watched it. I may, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to invest 8 hours plus into something that might not be very good. I know I've read that some things were changed, some things were kept the same. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. But with that, we're going to wrap up. And, again, please like, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when the next video comes up. And leave a comment down below and spread the word. It's people that that love to read, that, love to talk books, and also any other book YouTubers who might be watching this. If you want to collaborate, do a video where we talk about a specific book or a specific genre or whatever, let me know. I'm down for that. That would be cool. So yeah, I recommend it. And as always, God bless and keep YouTube literate. Until next time, I'll see you later.